show for Team Wars. Should be live anywhere. Why can't I see the channel? It says we're offline, but I just gave him the key. No, we're live. Okay, sweet. No, we're live. Okay, sweet. Mute that. Ew. You're good to go. You guys can unmute yourselves, by the way.
I was eating crackers. Let me finish my crackers and then I will.
Okay, you finish your crackers, son. Is it fake? What? I didn't check again. I typed it how I was given, I thought. No, it's fake 6.
Right, what's all this then?
I had it spelled correctly. Hello, MadZR. Good luck today. Should have everything set up, and are the players good to go? Let's find out. Gee, I wonder why apps. Almost if you got a hand in it. Almost as if. That's not. It was supposed to be Mythyard, wasn't it? Oh well, whatever. No, it should be Mythyard, so. It's Mythyard to change his name. See who's at the top, who's at the bottom. Grimjow is on top. As I have it planned. Cool. Starting out with Ally just a Quarantine. Mel, you're still muted, by the way.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Okay. There we go. Can you see the game right?
I think it's kinda ironic that people started using quarantine while we're all quarantined. Like,
Yeah. What can you do?
it's very not cool, but it is what it is.
Yep. They're rubbing it in.
I do find it rather funny because this is like the second time in history that Ally of Justice card has been used.
Yes, the second time. What was the first? Can you remind me?
Cycle Reader.
Oh, right, yeah.
The Crow for Lights. I mean, obviously I'm not counting Catastrophe because we don't have it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we're looking at a quarantine beatdown here. There probably was a pun there, I didn't see it.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't one of the extra deck Allied Justices also get used?
That's what Apps is pointing out, Decisive Armor.
Yeah, but like, it was always a kind of a meme option.
It was
like,
hilarious when you won with it.
Yeah, you sometimes win off of it, but like... I mean, I've also cheesed. I've cheesed Blue Eyes decks with Decisive Armor in 6 Sands before. It was kind of funny. But like...
Didn't it win like a Blue Eyes Mirror or something in like an MCS or a Meta Weekly?
Nah, you can't really make it in Mirror because it's kind of rough to make. Okay.
Isn't it just level 10 and 2 tuners?
It's level 10 and 2 tuners.
So...
Or 1 tuner and 2 non-tuners, actually.
Oh, it's 2 non-tuners? Okay, yeah, sorry, Nathan.
Yeah, it was used in 6 Sams at one time period, especially in Asceticism.
We're seeing a Book and Moon come out.
I've actually been expecting Book of Moon being used in Blue Eyes to flip down Quarantine so they can play, but I guess
play the
it
game,
accomplished
please.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Also, hi Meds, hi Ups, hello Drizzles, Kite and Mini as well. Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah.
Hey, look! He didn't open the spirit.
Nope.
It's a Blue Eyes miracle.
He's not you. Because you always draw a spirit.
Oh, dude, that thing's glued to my hand.
Yeah.
Interesting to see. Did we see? Is this the? Oh yeah. So 10 extra attack cards means this is actually ultimate dragon skill, which has been popping more and more lately.
I haven't even paid attention to skill. I was more focused on getting the names right.
I mean, it makes sense to be running it because, like, one of Blue Eye's biggest issues is bricks, and that skill means if you open, even like one piece of back row, you can usually unbrick if you open the high level monsters.
Yeah.
Right, and it's just nice. Yeah, it's a nice card that it's out situations you couldn't out earlier. Because twin.
Well, I don't really consider like the out thing because we have it to run now. I think it's more just like the unbreaking that people care about.
I mean,
with
fair
it.
enough. It's just a nice bonus. By the way, it gets you out of game states you couldn't get out of earlier.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's also somewhat nice because you don't have to run the twin burst yourself because scale is going to add it, so you can put another either sync or maybe even exceeds that you wouldn't run otherwise.
Yeah, we do have a decent amount of exceeds now.
Yep.
So he's gonna stop his Vermilion play.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
This is almost late all by itself, if he does nothing else for this turn.
It's 34 at least. Oh, or something.
Okay. Also, people started running both White Stone of the Ancients and White Stone of the Legends as card of constant targets, so it's much more often that you see two Blue Eyes in hand, which also feeds into the skill.
Right, change how the deck's built in. There's the card he wants in their Sage.
This is still kind of a awkward board state because he's just going to get popped, and like that is no more stone.
Right.
I mean, if he pops, we saw him discard an alternative earlier, which means he's just going to add back that alternative.
Right.
And then summon it on his opponent, or on his next turn. And his opponent just showed he didn't have an alternative, or not an alternative, they brought it last turn. So yeah.
So if he drew into a Blue Eyes here, he can do the alternative play.
Yeah.
Though this is still a bit awkward because he didn't set the newly drawn card, so there is very good chance that actually it's Desperado in hand.
Or another monster.
Yeah.
It could be another monster too.
He has to keep it in mind because this is a deceptively threatening board state for Blue Eyes.
Can you look at the graveyard again for me quick, Nova?
Which one? This one? I assume Blue Eyes was the one who uses graveyard.
I wonder why he didn't do an add back last turn.
That's actually a fair point, because he could have added it back and set it up for the, because you knew your Blue Eyes was going to go up, is probably going to the grave, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw Twin Barrel Dragons. Oh,
this works
he
too.
did draw into it.
Yeah. Drew into it.
That
so
was
I assume he was going to add back last turn when I called that play. Because, I mean, that gives it so he's got a much higher odd this turn of actually going into this play here.
Okay, so he did play around. Now, even if he didn't have this stone, it was better to pop it in main phase rather than...
If he had added back last turn, this was lethal.
Yeah.
Because he would add back another Blue Eyes here and then use the skill.
Right, that would be game already. Yeah, this is a fair question. Like, why not like set up a turn earlier?
It's one of like the I mean, there's a lot of decks have like little nuancy things like that, and like that's one of like Blue Eyes ones is always making sure to like use your stones when you can because they are a once per turn.
Right.
I mean, it looks like Blue Eyes just wins this here anyway.
Yeah, looks like they have this game. Well, that's not gonna do much.
No, could if he steals it.
I mean, if.
Oh,
It's a 50-50.
Oh no, no. Well, this has
Yoink.
turned into an awkward state.
Yep. I mean, now you gotta. No. I don't know if I agree with that.
I still think it works.
Well, I just
Like,
I would have added back for the skill personally.
Oh, okay.
Because then you could twin
Get over both of them.
out. Yeah, I mean you can still twin this way, but by using the poly, you keep another monster on board to again go for lethal.
Right.
Because twin can attack two monsters, and he had a Blue Eyes in hand, so if he adds a Blue Eyes back, uses skill, and then fuses, it's just game. So I feel like that's two lethals missed.
yeah, there were some questionable plays, but he
Looks
didn't
like-
top deck
Looks
enough.
like it won't matter today. It's not this game.
This man is straight up farming the Blue Eyes alternative mat in this match.
He's farming for it because he's summoned it several times. Okay, thank you. So Mythiard is up a game, and did I take away his scores? No, I did not. Cool. Mythiard.
Vance is asking why is Mythiard Hikaru?
I don't know. I'm told it was Mythiard, so I assume that's Mythiard. It's a question for Mythiard. Why is his name different?
That sounds like a Weeb name, not vanilla.
I don't know why he's using that name.
Okay, so chat's telling us it's chess player, but
Okay.
that still doesn't explain why is he called like that in game, but okay. Also, hi Renzito, GF and Sham. How you guys doing today?
Okay, well Mythiard's now explaining it. Superstition, I got you. I respect it. Any knowers in the chat? Oh, we got a repeat. So we'll go ahead and take away a repeat from Sunny Canvas.
Their second deck has to be really bad against Blue Eyes if they're
I gotta
using a
adjust the
repeat
score.
here.
I mean, why would you not repeat here when you have like
Where is
built-in counters? Like his main deck in Quarantine, and it's Desperado after all. No matter how good Blue Eyes gets, you can just get wiped in one turn.
I don't know, I just
Shadow Game? No, they're not starting yet.
I mean from my experience, like this isn't that great of a matchup for
Here we go.
Desperado.
But to be fair, main deck Quarantine does hit a lot of decks right now.
It does. I don't know, I don't like wasting a repeat this early into a war unless like it's absolutely needed.
Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah.
Oh. Fun fact, it was actually Apps that was in chat who suggested these names for divisions for previous season. He really likes his weather painters.
Yep, so we got sunny and we got cloudy. At least for today. Tomorrow we there
Okay,
too.
so Desperado casual opening Exodia.
Yep.
You love to see it.
Let's see if it'll matter.
It's kinda difficult for Blue Eyes to play through Misjudge turn 1. Because like you would have to waste effect by normal summoning Sage and then still having a follow-up.
Technically,
But
maybe
question
that's...
You can also waste it with a Cards of Consonance, or if you're running Book, you can burn it there.
You have a turn of a hand, and that back row isn't anything. I guess you had no other choice. You could swing in. Not great though.
Also, Novo, the Discord stream froze.
Did it? Okay.
Yes.
No problem. I'll turn off the screen share, turn it back on.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh.
Better than that than the
Yeah,
actual
this
stream
is
freezing.
an interesting setup.
Alternative summon is like Cyber Dragon summon. It's inherent action, so it doesn't get negated by Misjudge.
Being technical, it's a built-in. I don't think they have a word for it. It's built-in summon.
I've read on the wiki somewhere that it's called inherent, so I just rolled with it, but I don't think there is an actual official name.
No, there is not. Which is weird because it feels like something they should have an official name for.
Yeah, especially since there is actually multiple monsters that have that kind of summon.
And
Like
rule
all
it
the
around
Cyber
it.
Dragon clones,
Oh, there
and
you go.
there is also like the whatchamacallit, the Quick Draw Synchron also has it. Okay, so he's baiting with Sage.
There's some thought in here. Interesting. That back row is something then. I guess maybe a could be a karma. Also could just be thinking on flipping over their what you call it. They just want to. There we go. Oh, Econ. That's pretty nice. That might have been the delay actually. I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that icon.
I would like more of a push there, if you're gonna do that. I guess maybe you just really want that misjudge gone.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Since next negate would be 50-50, since he didn't use a coin toss. But what?
Assuming the spirit isn't glued to your hand, okay, I'm wondering which one to pick.
Now this is kinda awkward, because if you summon spirit, you can crash in Fortress and clear 2 cards, right? You lose spirit and you lose back row. But this way, if you crash Fortress, you only have to get rid of 1.
Right.
Look.
That I'm not
It
sure
could
you want to
also
walk
very well
into
be
a
spirit.
not sure you want to walk into what you call it, the head judging.
That's also the case. Technically, you could dodge it, but that's still very bad for your hand economy. Since I assume that's a discard trap set.
Actually,
So he would need.
you could not have because you did not control Machine and Fortress yet.
You mentioning head judging actually leads to an interesting kind of like talking point. I'm hearing like so many people wanting the card just like banned. How do you two feel about it?
I feel like it's only used in this deck, otherwise it's weak.
I would rather not face it, because it's an annoyance to face. But otherwise, I don't think it warrants getting banned.
I mean, you say that, Novo, but like the latter is where a lot of people like, form their opinions from. And
Okay.
you'll see on the ladder a lot of people just throwing head judging into random decks.
I've seen that, and I've gone, why? You've lost anyway. That could have been anything else.
It's one of those cards where when it works, like, it usually wins you the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think it's ban worthy, in my opinion, even if people are throwing it in on ladder.
Neither do I, but I mean, like, and you know, take everything DK says with a grain of salt, but he's one of the ones like pushing for it.
Okay.
Ironically, I do think the card is not very interactive. Because even though you have the choice, it's still gonna be 50-50 no matter what, because like it's not like your call versus enemy's calls, it's gonna be your call versus Duel Links coin toss.
Interesting little.
But I would prefer if that card did not see any play. The only way I see it having skillful interaction is in Desperado Mirror, where you can choose to waste opponent's coin toss with it.
Oh, that's an interesting point, yeah. I never thought of that. It's just interesting interaction there.
Is that interaction confirmed, Metal?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, there's.
So, this is kinda interesting. Because doesn't matter what happens. He's gonna summon another Blue Eyes from that.
Apps, I know you love your grass and all that, but grass is going to forever be banned, app.
We're sorry, yes.
They could release grass. All the best Ekran 30 cards, so it's whatever. Let's go.
That was head judging, so it was head judging. Okay.
Also, Rezi, confusion is one of the things I hate the most in Pokemon games. Like, straight up. Fuck confusion. But yeah, as we mentioned, this is gonna be head judging. That was head judging on Spirit Dragon that he tried to avoid turn 1.
Fair, if he made summoned it turn 1, he would have lost if he whiffed because that would get taken and then because he couldn't tag out with that.
Nope.
No.
Relax on his side. Let's go.
For now. I do like if it whiffs and sends itself to graveyard. That would be a little dumb if it stayed face up.
So the thing here is, we don't know if he has another Blue Eyes in hand. So here is the thing that he potentially wanted to avoid. Like if you crash Fortress into Spirit Dragon, you get rid of 2 cards.
Right.
Which is almost lethal. But still puts Blue Eyes in a rather tough position because he already has only 1 card in hand.
He also
like
could
his board
he
is
also
not
could be greedy and decide to push for lethal here if they wanted to. I don't know if it's correct or I don't think it's correct, but you could.
It would be appropriate in fashion of coin toss deck.
To just gamble lethal. Fair enough. Or gamble for lethal.
Yep.
Oh, it's not guaranteed, so it's definitely not.
It is also kind of interesting to see the samurai. Like, it's very uncommonly wrong.
That's fair, yeah. They usually can fill their slots without running that card. I wonder what he took out. Maybe Time Wizard? I don't know.
Time Wizard hasn't been running forever.
What card did they take out then?
Let me pull up the most recent list. So I'm not talking
I've actually
completely
seen
on my
a
ass.
lot of people run a level 6 Twin Barrel Dragon.
Yeah, that's probably what he would cut, would be the level 6 if thinking anything.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Nova, can you press on the dual log arrow?
Yes.
Thank
Yeah, the only things I can see that you would cut, like kind of looking at like the standardized lists, is you'd either cut the level 6 or you could cut Fiend Comedian. I personally wouldn't, but that's the other one I could see people
Let's try
cutting.
this Fiend Comedian now. Fair enough. Who do you want to win?
I mean, I'm a Blue Eyes fanboy, so I always want Blue Eyes to win in any matchup. So, I'm voting for the deck, not the player at that point.
I do like my counter mod, but this isn't counter mod. That was a fun deck when it was around.
Damn, he just stops that quarantine.
Interesting.
Okay, is this bad force?
Oh, that was why.
Yep, as expected. I do wonder why he didn't use that bad force earlier.
I don't know what Zerg is talking about there.
Well, Blue Eyes is in a rough spot now.
Yeah, like, can you check the amount of stones he has in grave?
Sure. Well, he banished one.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I
that was
guess
just
that answers it. So,
Did he top into an alternative? If
Let's
so,
find out. No. Sag.
probably
I mean,
not
if you
big.
topped into a back row, that's still good for him.
Yeah, alternative would have been better though.
That's not very good for him because he has no more ways to recover Blue Eyes. So his alternative would be that, even if that's a discard top.
So he can say, nope, you're not top decking sort of now, so it's a rip. Hello, quarantine.
And that's game.
Drowning one time.
I haven't seen drowning in a hot minute.
Neither have I.
Oh, wait.
You know you're in desperate state when you
Oh.
use Econ to switch into this. Props to Mid for not surrendering. That's kind of
always
cool
nice.
to see.
Yeah.
It looks like he's running Econ over Book, which I don't know how I feel about that.
That's actually the second Econ we've seen. He used it turn 1 to take Fortress. So that's
I
kind
know.
of interesting build option. I usually see 2 Econs in balanced versions of the deck.
Just adjusting scores. If I can find them. There's some around here. Oh, here it is. We are 1-1 now.
I'm not gonna lie, this PogChamp that's currently active is my least favorite from the new ones.
What even is that? Okay.
So, I mean, this might sound bad, but in all honesty, I feel like they should just bring back the OG PogChamp. I feel like the majority of the user base on Twitch could give a words I probably shouldn't say about what that guy did.
Yeah.
It's an emote. People don't really care about anything beyond that.
If I didn't know, if the emote didn't get removed, I wouldn't have even known what he did.
Right?
I didn't know who he was. I still
But
Yeah,
don't.
I literally would have known nothing if the emote had just stayed on Twitch.
Okay, so we see 30 cards balance, which is probably Noble Knights,
Right.
which makes it so that Repeat is kind. If they expected Blue Eyes Noble Knight pair,
Okay, I want to commission that now, Apps.
Nov Champ, let's go. So if Desperado went first with Quarantine, that's pretty much FTK. They don't even need anything else.
But realistically, it feels like this is just kind of a problem with Twitch on the whole. They shouldn't be using if they're worried about stuff like this, they shouldn't be using people's faces as global emotes. They should only go with animated things.
I fully support giving Nova's face as a Twitch emote. Okay, so we see Merlin. it didn't get interrupted unless this is gonna be head judging. If that was a karma cut set or something like that, you would do it on summon. Okay, so he's going second with Noble Knights and didn't get punished yet, I think.
This is not a deck I know too much about, although I've seen it play. Which really does help.
So the thing is, you have one point of weakness with Noble Knight decks, and that's their first run. If you manage to interrupt either Merlin or Medrot, they don't get to put 3 traps in grave, which makes it so it's very losable at that point.
Yep.
Outside of the first turn, they have really good card economy though. If they don't get shut down on that first turn.
Yeah, I mean, they're one of the decks where, like, if it gets to the grind game, you can almost always bet they're winning the grind game.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't get to the grind game, then it's a different story.
Yeah.
So interesting enough, he decided to not do the plays, I assume based on delays. So we can expect...
he might have not opened an equip, depending on, like, if he's running Hatronade or something.
I agree with Apps here.
True. I heard this MedZR guy plays nasty Nunu. So I do think he's gonna carry this matchup. Also we see Fortress. And we see Desperado discarded for Karma Cut. So if that's a body force set, and he searches the Twin Barrel, that can just straight up a game.
Could be, yes.
Also, we can assume that he decided not to play spell card that he opened with balance, because if it was a CC, he would have probably used it before summoning.
Yep.
A lot of lists nowadays run multiple CCs in addition to their equips and glories. So I assume he did outplay.
I've been seeing mostly True Nades, to be honest.
I don't think I've seen Trinade in this deck at all.
I think Tronade stopped seeing play because...
Tronade won the MCS, didn't it? Or did it get second? Either won or got second, didn't it?
Okay.
No, not the MCS. Was it the weekly?
Might have been the weekly.
Yeah, MCS was TD. I think it's like the recent weekly.
Oh, okay. I did not follow that one.
Yeah, it's the recent weekly.
We don't need Tronade anymore. Because we moved on from back row decks. So you're facing either other Noble Knights or Floodgate decks. So like...
Well, I mean,
you will see them. Tronade
the finals were a Noble Knights mirror, and the one that won had 2 main deck Hatronades, but sided 2 CCs and 2 Econs. I didn't actually watch the match, so I don't know if they actually ended up siding stuff out or not.
Or if it came up or not.
Oh my. He had 3 traps in his 5 cards. Interesting. Now, I guess we'll see if the last card in his head was spell or not.
It should be though, shouldn't it? Normally.
Yep. Unless you messed up your balance ratios.
Yeah.
Also, this Canadia is double-edged sword. While it does put pressure on the opponent, for example, if he had Medrot, he wouldn't be able to use the effect here. Not that he would have to, because it's gonna be lethal with normal summon, but still. So we can assume that...
Got them on the clock here, but not looking too good in card economy here, I guess.
And it's been a long time since I've seen Canadia beat down.
Well, okay. And it won't whiff.
Oh, yeah. If that's not... Okay,
So you draw a monster and... Oh, never mind. No, you'll still be fine.
Okay,
You draw a
so...
monster and then that equip that gives you 1,000 attack. Actually, I'm not sure that might be game then.
Oh, that wasn't guaranteed. Okay, so the thing is, he did him a favor by destroying that trap.
Mm-hmm.
But he had
Top deck
response.
Merlin. Forehead.
Okay. And then equip the card that gives you 1,000 attack. Oh.
Oh, no.
After you win the coin flip. Can you win the coin flip though? Tails never fails.
Tails never fails. Let's go.
That's not the one I was talking about. This probably works.
Yep. So he made a conscious decision to not make place turn 1 based on the lays he read.
Yep.
Yeah, you are more or less a comeback here. It was a tight spot.
I mean,
Really
this
tight
is
spot
just
in that you
lethal
lost.
here.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of what back row would be there that saves him here. Well, I guess
commonly run or whatever.
What's his graveyard again? Maybe if that's a super team, he could be safe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, super team, he could be safe, but I mean, he's still gonna be in a rough spot because of the
Equip.
Yeah.
Because the equip can save the monster, and then the monster, I believe, kills Master Destiny in that case, or kills Desperado rather.
You have to reveal Trap, the boosting one, and then a Gwynnifer. Or you could reveal, like, you know.
Oh, it's going differently.
Oh, he's going just all boost. He's going for just big.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to actually boost it high enough to always win through whatchamacallit, Desperado off the super team if he has it.
Right, because it can blow up this, that's the problem.
Yep.
So, based on his equips, it doesn't matter if he set his body force or not.
Well, the Desperado can get summoned in defense, so he lives a turn anyway.
We told him over. Like, you would have to pop your
Oh
own...
yeah, you're right, you just don't pop.
Blow
Yeah,
up,
like,
when
you
you blow up
have
your own twin barrel? No, you're still alive once you take the hit. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah,
though.
you...
Oh yeah. If he summoned...
Yeah, he had to summon it in defense and then pop his own monster
I mean,
to avoid.
even popping his own here, he still lives. It's just he should summon in
That's
defense.
3 tails.
But
But he still lives. Oh, never mind. I want to talk about math. NA math. That's what I was thinking of.
Well, that's it then.
It's bigger than I realized. I thought it was 27. My bad. Even until whatever.
nah, because he added both the attack boost
right,
ones.
I see that now. Yeah. Rip. Okay. So that will get
I don't know why the Desperado wasn't sent in defense though. Not that it mattered with triple tails, but
yeah. Wait, Grimjow out of here, I believe. I lost track of who was who. Yeah, Max, get Grimjow out of there, because that's Smithy art on the table. T1 score.
So far, so good.
Yep. Just adjusting your scores.
As a caster, I do like when games are close, like when it's like one or two games differential, and that makes for the most excitement, rather than watching
I
somebody stall.
erased the wrong name, my bad. Put that back. There we go.
The real question comes, what do you want to send into Noble Knights?
Well, as I often say, the mirror is the ultimate counter. Just bring your coin flip.
So you probably want to send Desperado and use one of your coins to go first.
Okay. If only that's how that worked.
But then again, you can use one of the balance decks, like Balance Blue Eyes that we've seen, that runs triple book. Or
wouldn't
maybe
like Balance Goki be good here potentially?
Yeah, but like cookies are kinda dookie.
I mean, in Team Wars, it's more likely to be seen though because it is a counter deck.
Well, wow, the balance decks might pop up.
Okay, while we're waiting, or let's see, cancel that. We talk about the players while we're waiting. Not sure. We don't know who's calling though. And do you have any notes on Mythiarch specifically? Not really.
Oh, let me just see something real quick. Speaking of casting good games, Meteorit is actually one of the people that went 10-1 in the season, in the previous season. And it was with double Noble Knight pair of all things, which is kinda interesting.
I will transition scenes if I can see if I can find that stuff.
I mean, it was a good call. Like, Noble Knights is a very like sacky deck, and back then people didn't have as much like faith in the deck, so they weren't like bringing like as reliable counters as they are now.
Oh, it looks like they're here now, and there's actually setting in Medziar, which is quite nice. As I put his little thing on achievement on there. For getting best team or whatever it was. Game's loading.
Medziar is probably the most British player I've ever played against with, rather. And if I'm not wrong, he is like... Yeah, he literally had 50% streak rate, which is kind of fun. Like, there is a... You were tossing a coin to see if Meds is gonna streak or not.
Wrestling makes an observation there. Do you like that observation? They are not using Medziar as the anchor, which is what his team of the season I had pulled up was showing.
So they did the old Razzle Dazzle and switched his spot.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, but he didn't win the coin. Oh no.
Oh no, yep.
So he's going to have to go out of his way to actually win this match going second, because Noble Knight's uninterrupted going first. With access to our Fedutir, just clears back row, clears monsters. It's kinda crazy.
It appears to be the exact setup he wanted. Let's see what Medziar can come up with. That would have been nice. Going first.
So what's...
On the bright side, you managed to clear this. That would be pretty good.
he is going to be able to pop it with rank 5's effect.
Oh, that also helps.
Oh. I do wonder if he decided to take in Book of Moon in his Desperado, like we've seen in Grimjaw's deck.
Maybe.
Because that would also help in going second in this matchup. Obviously, if you go first, it's same like as using Canadia against the Noble Knight deck. It just stops them. But it does have additional value where it can... You can pinpoint a few spots on against Noble Knight stacks when you want to use Book of Moon. For example, when they activate Equip spell and you flip down the target before resolves. That means the Equip is not going to get destroyed by game mechanics, but just go to graveyard instead, so it won't float. Okay. Yeah, the charging is here, and let's see. That's it.
Well, we stick with tails. No, he's going with heads. Well, fortunately, you forgot tails never fails.
My monster. No.
I'm about to say my monster now?
Yeah.
And there's about to go his whole graveyard.
Can you use the effect if you have the
No.
secure, like who is equipped? It does. Does it equip his character? Let's see.
If he stole rank 4...
Sartorius cannot use the equip, if that's what you're asking.
Not the equip. I mean the equip the monster.
You can use the monster.
I was thinking of different. I was actually thinking of a different equip card,
yeah.
a different XE monster. So, but fair enough.
A rank 4 requires you to control certain amount of equips to be used.
Well, I guess he's just going to probably spin back to the hand his Xyz here.
We've seen that Meteor is running trap heavy build. There is a very realistic possibility that he doesn't have equip now that Gwynfer got banished.
Well, yeah, I mean,
with
that's why, like, if he just goes into the rank 4 here, he can just spin back his 5 at least.
Which looks like to be what he's doing.
Oh, we can actually see the bug in action, since he's probably gonna spin Quarantine. And actually, he might not do that, because when he spins the rank 4, Arfiduter is gonna fall onto him. So he can pop it with Arfiduter effect rather than... I don't know if that's a...
What? Okay.
I don't know if
Oh, we just want to blow it up.
Oh, so he does that. Right, we saw the quick play spell being added.
He's just going for lethal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you get the effect. Woo.
So that's one time when you really want to see Tristan in hand, so you can do this play.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we bounce, not spin, if we really care. Bounce is what returned the hand.
Yep, spinning is returning to the deck. If we're gonna be specific. Yep. There is not a lot of cards that actually do spin in Duel Links, which is kind of interesting to me. But it is...
I guess this thing is a repeat or not.
So we've seen Desperado run Quarantine, and like... You could say that that's currently one of the greatest counters to Noble Knights in non-side deck format. But if they have a trap heavy second deck, they could also just try coin flip and go with the second deck and save the repeat. We'll see what they decide to do.
I mean, if they use the repeat, aren't they
out of repeats? Yes.
out of? Yeah.
I mean, they have to stop the Noble Knights sooner or later. It's just you have to determine what's too late, you know.
I predict there are 8 more Noble Knights in the back. Hope I'm wrong. They have not declared a repeat yet, so maybe they're actually going to send the other deck. We'll see. Oh, there we go. Scheme load, there we go. Appears to be maybe Blue Eyes again? No, not. Yep. I feel like we've seen this pairing a couple times, like twice now. Is it a pairing? No, it was this pairing, I think. And unfortunately, Meds here loses the coin flip again. Can he catch a break here?
Doesn't look like it. Not Med's day to day, apparently.
No.
He needed to suck off those Konami devs harder.
That's a rip. Yep, this is a standard opening you want to see at Noble Knights, as far as I understand.
Yeah, and when you know that you're against, a deck like Blue Eyes here, ARF is definitely something you'd like to see in this early board state.
Yeah. So I don't know if you tend to be muted in Metal, but you're still currently muted. Just thought I'd mention it.
Metal's sitting here talking to us and we're just ignoring him.
I'm just making sure that that isn't what's happening.
That's being facetious.
Yeah. Well, it could have been turned out that was the case. That would be interesting if he goes 10-1.
It would be mostly with Noble Knights again, too, if it does happen.
Yeah. Just win 8 more coin flips. Or 7, I guess.
Disco forced. Forehead.
Yep.
Disco first.
So they lost the coin flip again into combo with one unknown card set.
Yep.
We've seen them run Canada, which can also interrupt the good play that Blue Eyes can make coin cycle, like trying to go into Spirit Dragon.
Oh no, repeat finals for it.
Twin Burst Dragon is rather good against Noble Knight Xyz because you either attack into Xyz and banish it, or if they summon Tristan for equips to fall onto him, you just get rid of it.
That doesn't look good. What do you want to be, like a Hollow Light Barrier or Karma Cut? I don't think they run Hollow Light Barrier, but it'd be nice if it was.
Some do, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
That's probably just game.
Probably.
Unless he has, like, DD Crow or, like, Sphere.
Yeah, or like Spear.
Yeah, so you can see this disparity in power of Noble Knights when they go first or when they go second. Going second...
Yeah, I mean, that one
Karma
Karma
Cut.
Cut would have been enough to win the game going first. So it's definitely rough for meds.
So going second, since he went first, that Karma Cut essentially amounted to doing enough. Though he can't go for lethal this game because he had to use when for effect.
He has a trap in the grave, and I'm pretty sure he can go for lethal this turn.
Can you check his grave?
Yeah. He does. I don't know, so it's there.
Yep, so that's pretty much.
I thought it was used last turn, whatever.
Yeah, he probably used it in the end phase.
He should have. I trust, he's not a bad player with the deck.
Well,
He has a normal summon anyway. So yeah, that proves he used it in the end phase, based on that normal summon.
Yeah.
Noble Knights are just a new Karakuri, it would seem.
I mean, the bigger question comes, how do you even hit the deck without just killing it? Like, it feels like one of those decks where you have to either murder or you can't touch. Because they're not, like, abusing any semi-limits, so, like, putting something to 2 doesn't do much.
I do think they're gonna limit Noble Knight trap first.
So you can't, like, send both or whatever? Or guarantee send one?
Yeah. I think that would be their first tap on the wrist. But they could also do something like hit rares first, like Boars or Gwennifer. Maybe even both. Which would definitely make it more risky to do the turn 1 play.
Which card did you say? Sorry, disregard for me.
Boars and Gwennifer.
Like putting them both to 2, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I could see that. Like, the deck lives, but is definitely a lot less grind.
Looking for if we have a graphic of Myth Yard in one of the awards. I don't think we do.
I mean, they could also just mindlessly hit one thing to 2 and one thing to 3. Like, I could see, for example, them hitting, like, the actual, like, trap to 2.
Although one of the possible opponents is, I guess Luke Tyler could come in. I'm reading the graphics right. 19's right, rather. I honestly don't have too much to say about it. He went 10-1 versus Clockland. I forget with what.
Oh, I think it was with. He was playing the Invoked Neos then. And he just, that was after the Axel got released with his not switcheroo skill.
Yeah, setting is terrific, okay.
Granted, I mean, they could do what a lot of people are wanting, like, in general, and hit hit Karma Cut to 2 or 3, and then hit that same card in Noble Knights. That would weaken them as well. Make hit a card to whatever the same limit is, either 2 or 3. Taking Karma Cut away would be a bit of a hit.
Double color base.
Yeah. Okay, so he won the coin and then he won even more coins.
Yep.
Although this misjudge is not going to be guaranteed, I think it's very unlikely that he doesn't have a single interruption in those 4 cards.
It's only 50-50.
Speaking of which, this is one of the strongest boards you can make. Oh, he just said, I'm not even gonna try.
Going for the L set.
Interesting choice of mat and sleeves.
I assume you mean the one with the symbol of friendship along with Carly Carmine, as opposed to none.
Yeah. I don't think there is a lot of friendship involved with this Desperado deck. But
I mean, there could be the breaking of it. The ending of them, as it were. I do like those sleeves, though.
Opening Gwen is always rough.
Yeah, like, there is always a chance balance is gonna break you. Oh, but now we see. So this is playing around Misjudge because he's gonna essentially negate nothing. But he does have interruption, so let's see how that fares.
Actually, now he's going to negate the trap, isn't he?
Maybe. 50-50.
Yep.
Yep.
We were always getting double coins. Now this is rough because there is always a possibility that he's just gonna negate the trap that attempts to summon something. Because that's how Desperado works. And he has to...
Assuming one of those sets is Super Team Buddy Force, this is almost always lethal here.
Yeah, and he chose the correct attack order because a lot of decks still run at least one copy of Brothers, which would be able to wall off Misjudge's attack. Let's see.
Will it even matter? No.
Oh, he doesn't even matter.
Oh, there's something. Time for Buddy Force, yeah.
Yeah.
You have 2 of them.
Oh, I do kinda think it's funny that symbol of friendship slaves are using Body Force.
I do like that, now you point that out.
Also, I do think you're a bit biased towards that card considering it has 5 Ojamas on it.
Quiet. don't point out the bias. Oh, there.
And that's how Matriarch's run ends.
Yep.
With non-guaranteed coins. You always hate to see it, but sometimes you just have to channel your inner 9-tailed gorilla to win against Noble Knights. It is what it is.
That's 3 pieces the wrong one, it's this one. There we go.
Now, there is a chance that even if he went first, he still wouldn't have managed to win because he opened the Trap and the Guinevere. So, I don't know if he had any more monsters, because I didn't notice if he top-decked colors or not.
While we're waiting, we could show off some of Sperific's achievements.
Yes, that would be metal with the accent.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, brr accent as you call it.
Yeah, Sperific had,
Seems you've got a fan, Metal.
I'm not sure where you placed my accent. I guess just American or whatever.
Depends.
American.
How well can you say yeehaw?
Yeehaw!
I say y'all just fine.
Yeah, say you can pass as an American.
Thanks,
So,
Metal.
we see Sperific is MVP for Season 8. which is obvious based on how many non-guaranteed heads he can flip.
He also won both Player of the Week and Player of the Month.
And he's one of the... I think this season had the most 10-1s that I've ever seen.
I
And
believe
Sprite
it did,
is one.
actually, yes. It had, what, 3 or 4, like, 10 runs, no, just 10x or whatever.
I think I actually casted 2 of them. One with Moo and one with Dark Necrofear. So...
Yeah, like
I
5
don't
or
know
6, okay.
what...
I thought it was 3 or 4, fair enough. It's a lot of 10 X's. Well, that sounds like
Yeah,
we had
like...
total, though. I don't know.
I think that's a good indicator of shitty meta. If you don't
someone
mind
10,
me
yeah.
wording it like that, where you can just get sacked without proper response. Like, especially when we got Karakuri near the end. That was also like stat check deck. Like, you either go with combo and win, or you just don't do anything. And like, it was rigged, so more Karakuris won than they lost.
I'm honestly shocked, like how fast Karakuri got hit.
Yeah, 10 was not necessarily good enough for Player of the Week.
Like, they usually leave decks around for quite a while.
Yeah, imagine getting 10-1 and not being Player of the Week because somebody else got
10-1, yeah.
What are the odds?
I believe one of those was also not streamed, so that made things a little messier to review. Still managed it. Okay, so the 4th person's in the room. Or the next person in the room. Game layer. Looks like they are setting
Speaking
in
of Karakuri hits, I think they didn't really understand how much better the deck is gonna get with the not only one card, but like combination of Bonze and then Trap and then Gamma Oil. I just don't think that Konami does any internal testing.
I think I heard from Andy that apparently that the back in the day when I think what was it, sub-tiers became a thing, that the balance team or the team that was doing the set wasn't the same team doing the skill.
Or it's exactly that way, that like teams that does balance aren't the teams that release skills and all that.
Yeah. Or design sets or whatever.
Yeah, like apparently like the team that designs sets, the team that balances the game, and the team that does skills are like 3 different departments.
Right, which can lead to problems sometimes.
Yeah, like they're like apparently like both are supposed to get like feedback from balance to my understanding, but like that doesn't always work properly.
Okay, comment on this term. Is there any sets? Yes, there is at least 1 set. 2 sets. That's quite a turn.
I need you to click on the browser again.
Oh, what?
You froze it.
Did it? Okay.
Yep, there you go. No, that's good.
Cool. Yeah, that's quite a turn.
Oh, damn. He could go into big eye off of this.
Yes. I kind of wanted to see the rank 7 get made just because.
Fun enough, Misjudge can actually help the opponent if you got all the lights for in hand and like you have 1 target in the deck. You would negate the addition part. So you would be able to resolve another charge if you had it. Okay. That's... So we know 4 of his cards. So 1 of his 4 cards. So is this... Yep, not recover. No.
Oh, it's 2 Desperado are gone until they get revived by Body Force. If the game goes on that long enough.
That's unusually thick graveyard for Desperado player.
By turn 2, yes.
Let's see.
And so it's kind of funny.
This is actually kind of problematic for Thunder Dragons because you have to use normal summon here to get rid of the back row. So you can do loop one.
You milled light and 2 dark. A couple light and darks.
So it looks like he didn't open Levi though.
Yeah, that's a problem. Go for it now, maybe?
He can technically go into the Dragon Roar if he has nothing else. And then he's gonna float next turn. But let's see if he has Dragon Duel. Oh, duplication. Hold on. Yep, he has Duel. So let's see what he does. If nothing else, he can fuel his Xyz play. We don't know what the last card in his hand is, but now he has a guaranteed pop. So he can always clear his board by tributing one monster to destroy one fortress, then get rid of the misjudge. And then if he crashes, he gets rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, T-Nubs is calling it correctly in the chat. Like, if you've got 2 in hand, you pop both fortresses here.
Yep.
Which is exactly what he has. Turns out he was right.
So he did have Raiden. And now you're in a pickle. Perfect to play through all his back row. Now let's see. Technically, Thunder Dragon player also is in a kinda awkward spot if this Helio gets dealt with. But then again, you can top deck much stronger as Thunder Dragon player than Desperado can. Especially since he doesn't have coins for Out of Grid.
I was gonna actually say, if he top decked a Desperado, he could just summon back a fortress from the graveyard plus search a monster, so...
Yeah, we're in top deck war now.
Yep. And I feel like it's much easier for Thunder Dragons to just snatch a win off of one card.
That's not what you're looking for, but it does put your opponent on the clock.
You hate to see it. Activate Tallow, fine. Don't banish. Also Hello Z+.
Oh, it's don't use an effect here.
Well done.
Yep.
That's the most anticlimactic match I've seen.
Yep.
But we take those.
I like Nidhurk's comment. Neg attacking directly.
I do have to say that Thunder Dragon is probably one of the most fun decks that we currently have in the meta. I know it's kind of subjective, but you can do so many things in one turn with them, as we could see Zeta do.
Oh, I always loved Thunder Dragons. I mean, so did our old friend Casey, who basically quit the game after they killed the deck.
Rip.
I kinda didn't like them before because they were a bit too strong for my taste. Like when they had everything unlimited and then Leviathan dropped. Not all two decks could compete. So I kinda understood why they decided to nerf the deck, but they did went overboard.
You're already ready to go, and I'm still adjusting records.
Oh, this could be a Thunder Dragon mirror.
Could be. Interesting.
Though whenever I see you say, I instinctively think about Shiranui. Okay. Yes. The Under Dragons actually got relatively decent turn 1, where you can either go into one of the rank 6 XCs, either Fort Focus or M7, or just end up on the Roar. And not a lot of decks can just straight up OTK through that. So this 24 card use, 22 card Yosei deck. So that's going to be interesting to see what he's playing.
Yep. Find out soon enough.
So he can even save the level duplication here.
That makes passing sense, so just get rid of the mirror.
Yep. So, usually you're safe this kind of board, but since it's going to be a mirror match, your roar can get bounced, so it doesn't proc the float effect. Which depending on the rest of his hand, Yosei can just win straight up here. Oh, it's tributes dark for dark. Oh, by the way, your stream is frozen on Discord.
Try to flicker it then.
But on Twitch is okay. So interestingly enough, he had to raise a normal summon tribute of the which essentially means he's going to have to use one duplication this time.
I don't think you only want to do.
Yep. And those two effects in graveyard from Dragonhawk and Dragon Dark are not gonna proc because they're all card ones per turn, so he will not get as much advantage.
Right. That would be kind of weird if it was a soft once per turn.
Yeah.
That wouldn't really be a restriction then.
You could loop a lot of effects, pretty sure. And since those cards are relatively new, they decided to make them not break the game.
Yeah, it's always nice.
I do think it's kind of fine that they waited 20 years to make Thunder Dragon an actual archetype from essentially a vanilla cards. Oh, we see the duplication. Goes into level 8. Now, you don't really want to see Helio here because if he pops 2, he's gonna float from Roar and then he's gonna recover a card. Oh,
and they can go for Sky Prison. Okay. Is that big enough though? I guess. What? What?
But
Okay.
I don't understand the thought.
Well, we'll find out what that was for soon enough.
The thing is,
give it a spear in hand?
even if you have indestructible Sky Prison, right, they're just gonna bounce it. We know that he has Hawk in hand, and he still has level duplication line.
I guess we'll find out. What was that for? Maybe there's a spear in hand. But does it say? Okay.
Oh, I do like the detail where when you mouse over a card, it shows that it can be special summoned because of the effect that's activated. It also shows up when you activate Sealed Tombs, which is a nice touch.
I didn't even notice that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was for. I guess there's a spear. Otherwise, I don't know why you did that, because it's lethal on board.
Or this might all be extended BM, and then he's gonna win next turn. We'll see. Zeta is also taking his sweet time at this point. I think he's trying to figure out how to little through one sphere.
Yeah. Or maybe 2 spears if it's that. Okay then. I guess they're like. Do they gain?
They might also be
what?
busy
Oh, here we go.
checking. They might be checking the PayPal, so that's why there is delay.
No, they're sending the PayPal, surely. So how much do we agree on?
So the nice thing about this is even if you didn't have Dragon Hawk in Grave, if you went into M7, you could have discarded. I mean, you could have detached Hawk to get back Hawk.
Oh,
But he decided to go for more safe option. Let's see.
It wasn't temperance, okay.
Oh, temperance. Which can
And
find
unfortunately,
good. I don't think temperance is that bad of a choice because it's a light monster after all. And it's level 6, so you can use it for level duplication shenanigans. I just think, like... I don't know what to think about his second turn. Like, he obviously didn't have an amazing hand because he had to waste Hawk to summon Dark over Dark. So, like, I think he was going for the... I believe he was going for the rank 6 play, but he just couldn't do it. So in the end he went all in on rank 8 and it didn't turn out too well.
You still here with us, Yosei?
Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking.
Fair enough.
I'm actually going to take this time before they send another player to fix up my settings. I think something is off on my Discord. Be right
Okay.
back.
That's good.
I'm gonna wait for Metal to get back for this, but I'll let you kind of think about it ahead of time. Like, how do you think, like, in general, you would, like... I don't know if, like, fix the game would be appropriate for this, but I feel like Duel Links is getting to the point where, like, it's too fast-paced. Like, and I don't know if there's a good way to, like, fix that.
I'll mull that one over.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been, like, thinking about, like, as I'm watching these matches, is, like, most of the time, like, we see with these games, like, turn 1, or, like, your turn 1, like, either you going first or you going second, whichever it is, determines the outcome of the game. Like, there's just so much dependent on, like, your opening hand for just the way the game is now.
Right. I'll check and get on that while we're mulling it over.
I mean, that's a bit of a different thing though, Apps, because that's actually like a reset of the game. Like, yeah, like obviously, like bringing the game back to square one would do that, but I'm thinking about like without like an actual like hard reset.
Yep, Zeta, person who just, I think, did he just defeat Sporific? I think so. Is actually the third most MVP for the season. So getting revenge on the first.
There we go.
So we have the other person in, so, but they haven't gone on the table yet. And it'll be Luke Tyler, okay. Careful. Don't want to spill a drink. I don't know the answer to that. Or is it easy answer at all?
Yeah, let's see what Metal thinks. Because I mean, that's what's leading to like the meta just being like more and more just sacky.
I'll search out 211 years. Oh, it's... Well, you survive this turn, you're in a good spot. Will you survive?
I mean, maybe that's what the average player for Duel Links prefers, since it is technically a mobile game.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, those grind games still do happen. It's just like, the question is how often.
They do, but it's incredibly rare. And like usually you can look back even on grind games.
And usually there's
Oh, you
someone winning
minimized.
it.
Well, like it's like one person was always gonna win it just based on their opening hand. And it was just a matter of actually playing out the turns.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Alright, Metal.
Okay, we could.
So how do you feel about like what I've been mentioning with like the state of Duel Links?
I
you've
think
been here.
it's time to move on Chinese version of Duel Links. But yeah. You talked about how the Thunder Dragons have interesting option as defensive play going first, with setup roar in defense or forward focus. It's
I'm not even talking
rather
about
easy.
just like TDs. I'm talking like, alright, so you weren't here when I mentioned this. Like, as like a Duel Links player, I feel like so often games are determined entirely off your starting hand.
Oh yeah.
And like as the metas get more and more sacky, it just, I don't know, it feels like we're gonna get up to a point in the game where you draw your opening hand and you just automatically win or lose that turn.
Yep.
Like, and I wonder if that's like healthy for the game or if they need to like start trying to fix that now before it like gets to be too late, and how you would even go about fixing that at this point.
Something to point out in the game, Luke Tyler correctly shotgunning the Spirit Dragon there.
Not correct enough. He did it in standby phase instead of draw.
He thought about draw.
King Check is great. And the Thunder Dragon great.
Thunder only has like this now, because he is Spanish.
Oh yeah, so he did have 3, so yeah. He did do it correctly.
He had materials for 11-year off the bat, so...
I mean, Xerx, you are correct. Like, maybe we just need, like, a meta control deck again? But I mean, I don't know if, like, meta control decks can do much, even
No.
now.
We need good decks that don't die to one disruption before we can continue to have this conversation.
So you think that's the answer, is just making it so we get more resilient decks?
Yeah. Like, you can nerf everything to the point of vanilla dinos, but that's not gonna accomplish anything as we get new cards. So, I think it's kinda curious how he got Dragon Roar instead of getting Hawk directly. So he can proc the effect to boost the attack value of Dragon Duel. And then he gets more fuel in the grave for Levianeer. So Azeta played this turn as perfect as you could. Though this is ultimate Dragon's Blue Eyes, so he can very easily get Twin out.
Will we see a, no, probably not. Or are we gonna see a triple fusion?
Ooh, oh my god, if we actually see now Blue Eyes
We could have
Ultimate
seen
Dragon,
We might still see it.
We still
Because
might.
you can make it with alternative.
Oh, can you? Oh.
Yes. Alternative counts
you-
as a Blue Eyes when it's on the field.
Don't you just win if you do that? Because you
45,
can attack multiple times.
Yeah. I think you do.
Oh my god.
Like, you still take the pop here on the duo, and then yeah, you could just fuse into the Neo Ultimate.
Oh yeah, it's multiple
Oh
attacks.
no.
Whatever.
Oh, he's not even going for the pop, he's just going straight into the Neo Ultimate?
Oh, you don't
Maybe?
have to pop, you can attack.
Well, my
gonna banish
logic
him.
behind
Oh.
popping... he's not going for the fun play.
I think this is also. I just write this play too because I think it's also game.
My reason behind not popping is Sphere. Or behind popping is Sphere,
Okay.
which some TD players run.
Right. Okay.
Damn. I was hoping we would see now.
That would be hype, but this is
Right.
This also works.
Blue Eyes player, small PP. Confirmed.
It is.
I know it's sad there was a spear. There still technically could be, I guess, but it's delay. There we go.
See, the
I mean-
Neo Ultimate would have been game and would have been way cooler.
Yeah.
Like he
And it
loses
would be a
stat points.
highlight.
Guess I would post that on Twitter. or whatever.
Taha, he played Blue Eyes and Noble Knights, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Ultimate Dragon's Blue Eyes and Balance, no points.
Wrong deck.
Though, about that sphere comment,
Yeah.
I've actually seen multiple decks cut down on spheres, so you have more consistent plays. And we did talk multiple times about how they actually have defensive option going first.
Loop trying to run it back here.
Where you either sit on Fort Fox or just Dragon Roar. But is this the comeback? Is Brick Eyes finally gonna make a name for itself?
Maybe.
Find out. It's kind of funny to see Luke Tyler not on Balance, where Balance Blue Eyes is an actual deck that has been popping up recently.
Yeah. Let's see.
Speaking of Luke, he's also one of the players that went 10-1 this season. Which is kinda a bit less of a feat when you have 6 people do that same thing, but still amazing regardless.
Right. Just pulling it up there again. And going back here because they're about to start the game.
Oh well, that show didn't last long.
No, it did not, because they showed up again.
Alright, this is the second deck. Let's see what he would bring together with Thunder Dragons. Oh. Okay. That Sartorius is kind of spoiler. Oh. Could also be Balance.
Bounced.
You know.
Could be balance.
Ah, never mind. Good attempt. So Blue Eyes goes first, so there isn't gonna be quarantine turn 1.
It would have been nicer with the Turtle Fusion earlier because the mat sleeves.
There might be a Spirit turn 1 though.
Maybe. Just like it.
Oh god, Spirit with 2 beat, Blue Eyes out turn 1.
You can be cheeky and tag out right away to protect them from targeting and distraction before quarantine hits the field. Which could essentially be FTK, because like you can't karma cut, you can't pop them with effects, you don't have strong enough monsters to beat over them.
Possibly. So you could just ask that in mind or not. He's thinking about it.
Oh,
No.
we're okay.
Sliding like quarantine. Yep.
Yeah,
Will they regret it?
and
not
now
attacking
he
him?
can tag out. But like, I don't know why would you not tag out there. Like, there is nothing you can do as Desperado player against.
Yeah, because it protects till the end of the next turn, so you have one turn to kill him.
Yep. Okay. Manages his stones appropriately. This is also a bit pointless.
Just getting the card.
Yeah, like, it does reveal that you have 3 bricks in hand.
Well, 2, but yeah, because what's
I
on
mean, it
board?
makes so you can discard if you need to, but actually it's not pointless because he can just go into the Heretic rank 8 and get rid of the ally.
Is Heretic
You
fire or
can't.
light?
Hieratic is light.
Okay,
Is it light?
I
Yep.
think so.
I thought it was fire.
No, it looks like it should be fire, but no, it's light. It's like could be either one.
Holy wow! Both the rank 8s we have are light.
Yeah.
So, like, we know 4 out of his 5 cards in hand, which is why I
Okay.
think it's not correct to use the skill at that point. And especially since you can't really do anything with it.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends if he has something he wants to discard, but yeah, that. I guess you don't really need to reveal
I
the skill
don't
there.
think it was worth revealing the information to opponent. Like, he technically plays with 1 card in hand right now because of that.
Until quarantine's gone, yeah.
Well, you know what they say about quarantine. We're gonna be in it for quite a bit. Now, if that's body force and he has
Desperado.
Desperado set in hand.
Could be both actually.
Oh no. Yeah. I mean, technically, yeah.
That's why he should have tagged out into Azure on his turn.
Because the game would have, well, they forced the defense of playing like that would be really good. Let's see.
Well, if he had tagged out into Azure and draw phase, this turn he would be both untargetable and indestructible, so
Right.
a Barrel Dragon can't do anything to you.
Yep. And they had the punish.
And it plays around this. Like, he got punished for not tagging out into Azure on his opponent's turn. Like, now he just loses because he didn't
Oh, forgets.
do
Two of them
that
were
play.
guaranteed, weren't they? Where's all 3 guaranteed? Guaranteed.
I think all 3 are guaranteed.
Yep. He didn't use a single coin.
That's a rip.
But yeah, he went from Exodia opening to having his Exodia thrown into the sea. Feels bad, man.
Such can be the way of things.
So, like, if you think about it, he wouldn't have won on the opponent's turn because he would have to go through Despa.
Right, that's what I was
But
gonna
he would
say,
have
but yeah.
cleared all. Yeah, he would have cleared all his resources. So it wasn't auto win, but it was just tough.
It would have been.
He would have been in a much better spot.
Yeah, but it would have been had the advantage instead of well, that happening.
I do wonder why he decided not to do it, because if you remember, there was a delay in standby
If you think
phase
about
where
it, I
he
just
was
don't know. Like the exact punish is quarantine, so I don't know what happened. But
like,
why
you
not?
would have to expect it.
I'm not even thinking of like a risk, but I'm not sure what the risk is.
Uh,
Or Or in his head what the punishment was if you changed. I don't know.
I don't think there was actually any risk. Like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, the only thing he can normal summon are misjudged, which would negate tag out, or twin barrel that would force tag out. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
if
No,
you
because
summon,
you don't even target it with Twin Barrel. With
Right.
Twin Barrel, you target one of the Blue Eyes or the Spirit.
yeah. So like, think
Like-
about it. Every normal summon is bad for you.
Yeah.
I do wonder what was thought process. Oh, and look, is on Axel. You know what that means.
I
Time
didn't
for
even
some
look at the
Neos tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Probably. Fire reload, let's go.
I do think it's kinda sad that they gave us Axel and it amounted to being farm for Volcanic card and play Neos, and that's all this character is.
Yep. A triple set. No summons. Okay.
Could be that
I
he's
mean,
only
it kind of makes sense with this deck.
could be
Particularly
that
if,
he
like, your
wants
Neos gets negated or
to
whatever.
save the whatchamacallit Volcanic for this card.
Right.
We'll see.
That's a good summon here, if there's no Karma Cut.
Oh yep. Quarantine actually hits this deck too because you can't use Neos Fusion.
Right. Unless you're fusing into like a non-light, which means you're running other targets.
Flare Neos one time.
Yeah.
I do wonder why Quarantine didn't see any use before. Like, a bit sooner than this.
I guess
No
because you weren't
bullets were out.
specifically in a light meta per
It's the
se.
perfect storm. Like, I think
Yeah.
there wasn't enough light.
That sounds deep. And now he gets to summon Cannolia back. If he decides to. Yep. Okay. So, going for Quarantine instead of Misjudge does imply that he might have Neos Fusion in hand. Otherwise, you would probably want to get rid of Misjudge as soon as possible.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
I guess that settles. Though this is not guaranteed. He used all 3 coins already. Now let's see if luck is on his side. Oh, Tails always fails.
yeah, they listen to us, which is a bad idea. I would probably
Oh no. That's
listen
what
to
you get
me
for stream
specifically.
sniping.
Yeah.
Though he's still in a really awkward spot right now.
Yeah.
Like there is always that looming chance that Misjudges go, oh, never mind.
Okay.
Can you fix Duel Log?
Yeah.
I don't know why isn't default to going down automatically. Doesn't go for fire reload. Wants to go +1.
I like that you can use this in another turn, like if you get rid of the shell, you just add it back later or whatever.
Yep. It
Like, it
does
doesn't get rid of
no.
itself, it just stays in the graveyard unless you pay.
It's kinda... I like that interaction, even though it's kinda unhealthy for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the purpose of the card. Though... It's pretty much how you would
Well,
use.
I don't even think that's it, Xerix. Sorry for cutting you guys off, just reading his thing. I think it's more that Blue Eyes wasn't really meta until it got alternative, and then when it got alternative, it became Quarantine could hit both Noble Knights and Blue Eyes, which are both, in my opinion, tier 1 decks. So it just makes sense to be running that.
I do think it's kind of fun that we went from predominantly dark meta to predominantly light meta. I'll give you that.
The next meta will be light and dark.
Pog, unnerved skill 1 time. When are we gonna be in Earth meta though?
When what's it called? Acid, not acid. Is it acid rain that blows up the earth monster? No, it blows up machines. What's the one that blows up earth monsters specifically? Watch your meta when hand loop.
I think people had enough of water meta when Crystons were tier 1.
Right.
And I don't think anybody wants wind meta because
I was gonna go to wind meta, which
beast.
is like it's ritual beast.
Yeah, either ritual beast or Mechaba. I think it's time we get the rank 10 trains and just pop people.
Just smash over everything. Also, this is a real Canadian beat down here.
Oh yeah, we just need a third Canadian, then he wins by default.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I would like to see Paleozoic XC sooner rather than later, because I think it would be kinda interesting to have good rank 2 engine do something.
Yosei here wants all of them, are all the Paleozoics. Fair enough.
I really do. Like, I still feel like, we could get them safely, and then it makes it so, like, running the Paleos in decks becomes, like, more of a tech option.
Yeah.
And it might slow down the game.
It might,
hopefully.
Yeah.
I do think that we needed to get the Cosmic Cyclone Paleozoic before. Like, there is no reason for it not to be in the game.
Yeah,
Don't you mean what would? Isn't that like that? Yeah, Dust Tornado or Desert Twist or something. Yeah, it's Dust Tornado. Like,
yep.
Yeah, but
that
like it being Paleozoic gives it much more value. So that's why I think it should have already been in the game, because we technically have something that does the same thing, right? So why wouldn't we get? I don't know about Karma Cut Paleozoic, but
the second we got Karma Cut, I feel like we can get the Karma Cut Paleozoic. Worst case, like, they pull what they did with Silent Swordsman, and they pre-limit it to 3
like-
and limit Karma Cut to 3.
oh, and there we have the third quarantine. This man had.
This
He
man
does-
really doesn't
he's-
want to get coronavirus.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get Karma Cut Paleozoic, because you would run triple Karma Cut, triple of that Paleo.
Well, that's
And
why,
that's
like, I
just
think you hit Karma
You would
Cut to 3 and before you release it, and then at the same time as hitting Karma Cut to 3, you put it to 3.
I don't think they're gonna do limiting on release just yet.
I've already done it though.
Nah, I mean, we already had Silent Sword Slash. It just got limited when we got something new.
I get that, but like, I mean, they've already set the precedent.
Like, okay, they could release Banishing Paleozoic and then put Karma to 2, but then you would just run 5 bench cards instead of 6.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
some decks couldn't run it, so that's dependent too. Because
Now it's finally we see a monster that's not Paleozoic from Luke, and
Yeah.
it happened to win. And because of player priority, you you can stop this attack.
That's right, you can't do anything to that.
Yep. You
Well,
either
you
have
can do that, I guess, but...
That's not really doing something to it, though. It's just doing something to its damage so you don't die.
Oh no. And that is Despa.
Is that good enough? It might be. We'll see.
Yep. It should be. Like, not that looks threatening with a lot of monsters right now.
Well, about to lose the monster he's threatening with.
I don't think we've seen... We actually saw all 3 coins, because his Fiend Comedian failed. And we've seen triple tails today, so interesting to see that it didn't happen again.
Yeah.
Though it didn't really matter, because you would get another chance on the next run, since this didn't get stopped. Now, I'm curious what that set card would be. Like,
Neos Fusion?
It could be Bloodgate, but like if it was Neos Fusion,
You were shuffle it back.
you would have used it.
Spark a Moon.
Oh. Oh, like, there is a... If he flipped down his ulti Apelio, Desperado would have to destroy itself if it had any coins.
Yeah.
And since Twin Barrel is gone, that could have been the play to do. I mean, technically it's risky, because if you roll triple tails, then you're just gonna look silly, but... You know.
We need to send a deck out, let's see.
Anything on response?
Not yet.
Nope. So, Karma Cut?
No, break
Or
apparently.
Kick?
Now watch, he has another
Oh.
Despa in hand.
Oh, you hate to see it. Neos was in hand. Oh.
That's a rip. So you couldn't use the fire reload.
Oh wow, he didn't have another Despa in hand. Are they all in the
Oh, he
graveyard,
can
or
use-
could he have had
oh.
one?
I think they're all in the grave extras, let's see. No, only 2. The one banished.
Oh, sorry, I thought he had one more.
No, he has one more.
So, we can safely assume.
Oh, there we go, there's something.
He could technically.
And now time for Purg to try and go Burr.
Yep, Burr.
Burger Trio, let's go.
I mean, probably unlikely versus 2 sets, but you
Burr
never
can
know.
dream. Nope.
Saw that coming.
Wait, if he draws that, this game. If he draws the Desperado, so it's a 1-4. Because we know that's Alistair. Did you draw it?
Maybe he plays 2.
I hope not.
Free to play Despa, let's go.
Oh, go base. We're going for it.
Oh, oh
Game 2
no.
cards.
Oh, that's a feels bad.
Yeah, because you... Imagine if you drew the 2 cards and still had a pass because you didn't draw it.
So technically the best play here would be to normal summon Alistair and not activate.
Window.
Or he's just gonna
I was about to say, or just goes Winda.
use window that was gifted to him.
That's a rip.
I mean, you had to take this 50-50
Yeah, I respect
because
the
it
50-50.
was close. Damn, coins were really not on his side. First his Fiend Comedian
No.
misfired, and then his...
Whenever I face a Despa on the ladder, they always get heads on the 50-50 Cup of Ace.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen one fail in a while.
Like, I never see them get the tails. It's always, hey look, I get pot of greed. Like, they always get rewarded.
Did you know that Arcana Force actually got support recently?
Yeah, so it was Arcana Reading, I believe the card was.
Yep. And like, I don't remember the good effect. I just remember that if you fail, your opponent cannot add a card.
It's a
from
rota
deck.
that also it's a rota for the opponent.
Yeah.
If
Just a
you
bit
fail.
better. And then you can use the graveyard effect to add something with.
Yeah, or I don't remember actually. I think it searches out the field spell actually. It might.
Could be. But damn, like that's a Duel Links card if I've ever seen one. Imagine just letting your opponent add anything to the hand. Like, whose man system? Who designed that? But yeah.
I still am shocked we haven't gotten Dragon Maids in Duel Links yet.
Pulling up one of the people
Like, it doesn't even matter if they give us the good cards or not. That box will sell like hotcakes because fucking, you know, the weebs that play this game.
I will say though, it's kind of funny that no, we're pulling up all these stats and we see all these people, and then there is Kurisu. That's just Clapper without profile picture, just standard Discord stuff.
Yep. So can you use what? No. Is it default?
Team Discord, let's go.
Yeah, Team Discord.
They all did have pretty good stuff. Like, this is a really good season for rookies. Like, for new players, not. I mean, team rookies also did well, but. Like, you see all these people that quote unquote came from nowhere and just made names for themselves. Like, first season they're here, and I can actually respect that. Like, you don't have to see that.
It's easy to make a name for yourself in a meta where you can just be like, hey, look, my deck goes brr!
But still, you have to know what to do when you draw brr cards. So, I do think it's commendable to see people that, like, 17-9 for first time is actually amazing.
One thing that I see, like a lot of players like fall into as like a trap is like when you're losing, you just get so focused on how do I not lose that you don't actually try and play to outs to win. Right. And then you just end up losing as a result because you never took the risk you needed to take in order to actually be able to win.
Yeah, I had that I didn't make that mistake, but I could have made that mistake when I was playing against Shiny the other day in just a random match or whatever. On YG Omega we were playing, and I made a play. It was risky, but I figured, okay, I'm gonna play so I can potentially win the duel. If I draw the right card, if I can play it safe, and that actually paid off.
No.
Speaking of Omega, did you end up testing Melfi's at all or no?
No, I haven't figured that out yet. I haven't gone testing yet.
Yeah, no.
So interesting to see, but Luke Tyler is currently playing his worst deck, but he did make some really good pushes this season with it. Like, you would expect him to stick with Blue Eyes, but in reality I think he has better chances with Invoke Neos because people are not really expecting it, so they're not gonna prepare a counter for it. And we've seen that he runs a lot of disruptions, so you can't exactly pin it down if it goes first with appropriate amount of resources, like one discard trap and one shell can turn into so much advantage for his turn 3. I'm actually excited to see all the techs that he's running. Although he's going second, so you can potentially throw everything I said into the water. Oh wait, I bugged out.
It's fine.
Oh wait, he plays Keeper. Interesting.
I'll be back in a moment. Hopefully this isn't a scoop. So, back inside.
I do remember Luke Teller talking about how he doesn't really like Keeper in Invoke Neos, yet we see him right here. And discarding Canada means that he probably has something even better in hand. Let's see how he does that.
See, I personally feel like Keeper in one fusion is better than two fusion. Yes, you lose the search option, but very rarely do you even get a search off a Neos. And Keeper allows for like more play options because reviving back Alistair or reviving back a Neos is still very strong.
No, we've seen Reiki break from him. I think it would be rather nice to hit one of the back rows if he does have break. Yep.
He does.
And then he's essentially gonna draw 2 cards next round because of Fire Reload. And he pretty much can't draw into a brick anymore. Whatever he draws, he can either set or summon, since there is no more Neos in the deck.
Yep.
But let's see. This could very well be over, just right here, right now.
Well, that's good. It's good that the game won't be delayed if it is over. Because I just came back.
Yeah, he did hit Karma Cut, so...
With that Alistair, I think it actually is game.
Unless this is sneaky hallowed life barrier, this is just over.
Whole life here, let's go.
Zig slept 3 hours, his crackhead's fully charged. Lama pow. Okay, so... since we aren't seeing anything, we can assume that it's just over. Unless he has the fattest Wallaby of his life set. But I kinda doubt it.
We see that wall of D one time.
Oh. Let's go. Shell didn't go back into shell. You love to see it.
Yep.
Now this is kinda dangerous situation because if you let one attack go through, any attack, the next one is going to be lethal with Alistair. So like, this is just over. Yep, he lets this attack go through and then he can't let anymore. Like if he has Sphere, he's forced to use it. So he would need Sphere and Karmaka to survive.
Luke running it back. I haven't seen them use any repeats yet. I wonder if they want to. Your team, I mean. It's now 5-7.
Luke running it back with his with his signature non-balanced deck.
Right.
I do think that Neos was a mistake in Duel Links. Like,
And they are going to repeat, okay.
Cool. That's actually an interesting decision because both Invoke Neos and Blue Eyes are relatively slow decks. So, if you don't put enough pressure on Blue Eyes, you can get outpaced with this deck. Especially after so many hits than Neos and rather Invoked got. So like, you could be seeing Invoker as like last card or like one till last. Which is... with 2 Invokers, that's more than likely, you know. Okay, apps.
Are you implying they don't always win anyway?
It's not my fault that people aren't playing Sparkman like you do. Damn. Axel actually... Does Axel not have his own team?
What? Oh,
I
he
just
might
kinda
not.
realized that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
I should
Actually,
not notice that. I would notice if he
I
had one, so.
did you know that Neos Wiseman actually got support recently?
Was it recent? I know it was a while ago. I think it was a while. At least the card was like made a while ago, but I don't know when it was released. In the TCG or whatever.
Neos Kluger or something like that.
Oh god, no. No Rainbow Neos, Eric. No. Bad. Keep that juju out of here.
I mean, they can make you run your bell. With Kluger.
Honestly, I want to see Neos Wiseman competitive. Make it happen, Konami. Discards window. So...
I feel like that waiting room's gonna be a while. It's a long wait. That's still a
Is
long
that
wait.
That's implying that Rainbow Neos is gonna be in selection minibox. Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh no, no. Don't do it. The Brave Neos doesn't do much. This board. Technically, you can't put any pressure like this. Especially if he decides to tag out before you're targeting destruction.
Yep, the Lodge Squad, I remember that. Yosei was there too.
Which one? Was it there for?
Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
Slapped gaming. I like that name.
Names will tip my tongue from that was though. We still have an emote of him though, don't we? Yeah.
Okay, but why would he go into battle phase here?
Yeah, we still have the emote around. It's been a while.
So, is he tagging out or no?
No.
Find out soon.
So yeah, I'm expecting like the next coming up boxes and stuff to be duds for a while. Because that's usually how it goes. Like, you'll get like a huge meta shakeup and then just a bunch of nothing.
But we didn't get a huge meta shake. We just kind of got a
Thunder
bit
coming
of
back
shakiness.
into the meta and Blue Eyes actually being tiered is a big meta shakeup in Konami's eyes.
In respect to boxes, I think they didn't really accomplish anything much. Like, those were baby steps compared to previous years.
You can say that, but I still feel like, well, yeah, but that doesn't matter if they come from a box or not. Like, all they care about is, like, doing that to the meta. And technically, Thunder Dragon becoming meta did come from a box, because that's where the Xyz came from. Also, Novo, you need to adjust the game again.
Okay.
You have it frozen.
Okay. Stream.
It's good now.
Oh, is it? I just.
Nope. Yeah, you don't need to
end.
end it.
Okay.
You just need to move it slightly, because like
Gotcha.
you get it like off center and it like stops capturing it for whatever reason.
Okay. Well, it's back up now. Oh, yeah, so I was saying, Slapped that.
Well, I mean, Meds was in chat playing,
and that's one of the players.
so technically we're only missing Ravi.
Yeah. And Vanny, I guess. Oh.
I don't know if this was a DC, but he kinda...
Eighth actor.
He would technically lose there.
Yeah.
If he had... Like, the Neo ultimate is lethal, if he can make it. Because he had 1825. Oh, actually, no, he wouldn't lose there because he can't attack multiple times since he had other cards on the field. But Twin was 400 and then... Oh
That's
yeah,
good
that
because
was
I don't
game.
want to get lethal by Ultimate Dragon in front of. Fair enough.
You know,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it
was
someone
lethal.
on your side that had a ultimate play and didn't do it?
Oh,
Yep.
who was you? Anyway.
Damn. Not giving us the highlight. Shame on you, Luke. Shame.
Not giving us a highlight twice, rather.
Still good job. 3-2
good
is
job.
nothing to score, but... And let's see, what can Perozo do with that? Oh, that's a big balance deck. And you know what that...
I do. I know what you mean, Luke.
Damn. You hate to see it. Oh, though alternative pass kinda meh. All
Yeah.
things considered. Can he play the game, or is he gonna get stopped by one backer? Find out soon. Can we see Boris? So, if he has a disruption, he's probably gonna wait until he equips something, so he goes -1. Which...
We'll see the non-equipped play again. Like, you don't equip at all. Yes, apparently we will. Okay.
Which does make it a bit pointless because he can just run him over. Oh, or are we gonna see the ultimate dragon plays now? Pause.
He might. Want to see it? Okay, maybe not. I want to see it still.
Set poly, pass, let's go.
Set poly. Fear me.
By
I have
testing
poly.
delays.
Yeah, there might be.
Imagine if that was CC and he just CC's the poly.
Oh
That
god.
would be epic.
Nice test.
I have yet to see somebody get punished for checking the delays that way. So he might not.
If you
You might
fuse into
not
the
want-
trio, can you still protect like a normal Blue Eyes, or it has to be Blue Eyes Ultimate? We'll find out. Yeah, there
As
we
funny
go.
as oh, it's cool. Imagine if he summoned the regular one because it's immune to finish. Oh my god, not even a voice line. What the heck? No.
Nope, nope. Hey, we got this after like 3 tries. Let's go.
And it's Karma.
No, I don't think it is. No, it is because it needs a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Gregor, doesn't it? It needs a fusion. Rip.
He should have gone for twin.
That's a rip.
One time when he needed him, he
I thought
decided-
it could actually protect itself with a Blue Eyes. No, it needs to be Blue Eyes Fusion to protect itself. That's a rip.
It has to specifically be it
Fusion.
in the graveyard. That's a graveyard effect.
Oh, okay. My bad. Oh, because you sent another copy of it. That's right.
Yes.
Oh no, mano. This could be lethal right here, right now.
You know, this is lethal.
Well,
Oh no. He really didn't need to set that card.
I'm pretty sure I can still salvage this clip. Don't worry. I'll find a way.
Power of Karma cut, let's go.
The Blue Eyes player got greedy and is getting punished now.
I wanted
Okay,
to see it too
so-
after like 3 denies, so.
This is well. misplay. Because
Personally, I wouldn't have fused there. I would have
And
just
you
kept
would
the
have seen
things
a
in hand.
delay. That's what he was checking, wasn't there?
Yeah, he knew there were delays. I don't know why he fused.
Maybe he
yeah, this
misremembered.
was
Maybe he was listening to me and thought like it protects. It doesn't protect it protects with a blue eyes monster. No, it needs itself in the graveyard to do that.
You failed coaching. You made them lose. How
this
dare
was
you?
I feel okay actually.
well, this was a misplay on Noble Knight player's part because he chose Gwennifer equip and one trap.
You see, the mistake was forgetting that Medzier's on the other team. So yeah.
So he had only 33% chance of actually having lead because
Well, it depends. He might have had an equip in hand. He still had one card in hand at the end of turn, so he very easily could have had another equip.
could be.
And if that was the case, then his send was correct.
Damn, Mets going
Because
on.
Because if somehow he doesn't get lethal on that open board, the trap matters.
Also, Blue Eyes did make a misplay other than the fusion, and that's setting Karma Cut. If he had Raigeki live, so he could have interrupted the...
Actually, I disagree with that. I would have set the Karma Cut still, because I have had my Raigekis get cooked more times than I can count. The quick play spell from Double Nuts.
Yeah, but instead of having one live, he had 0 live.
Well, I wouldn't have even fused. Like, I feel like the fusion is the misplay, not, like, the setting.
True.
Don't worry, boys.
But it was a mistake based on his first play, so it is what it is.
Like, I feel like you look for delay. When you see delay, you're like, oh, okay. I'm just going to pass now. I'm not going to fuse.
Okay, but this is our fault because we wanted highlights, so he was pressured into playing it.
Yeah, I got
like
a highlight
that.
Twitter. It's fine.
What happens when you try to summon ultimate now?
Let's see what happens when you listen to me.
As Medziar said, jebiga šta da se radi, which means it is what it is. Also known as we take those.
Okay.
I bet Meds was really happy to see that ultimate now getting summoned right. Which does brings us closer to the even score.
Yep.
8-6 now. Like this can still easily go into favor of any of the both the two divisions. Yes, indeed, Oclanis. We are everywhere. And if you are not speaking Balkan, what are you even doing with your life? So let's see. What do you... We've seen how much Sunny Division struggled against Noble Knights until they won a coin flip. The question is, what does the other division have in plan to stop them?
Win coin flip.
I mean, later in the war it becomes harder because they might have already used up their counters by now.
And, kind of interesting, but we see another person without profile picture, and we know Gift from before, so it's like another person for Team Discord. Let's go.
Yep. Well, it looks like they are about to send a -1, which we have there on for second place on the Golden Gauntlet.
Yep.
Going 34 and
Second
16.
place in Golden.
As soon as he finds his deck, that is, and there we go. Time to twist him back.
It's kind of interesting to see that even lower ranking players in Golden Gauntlets have such high streak rate. Like, you see why they're there.
Try to change out the player name. not -2.
Oh no. So it is gonna be Desperado after all. Probably made back in quarantine, but he failed because he's going second.
Yeah, he lost
So
that coin flip.
that's a misplay right here, right now. And he has combo. Oh my god. These 2-card combos do remind me of full Orcust combo.
Where any 2-card combos was full Orcus combo, any two monster combination or whatever.
Yeah. And you actually allowed to see Arfedoter in your... The thing about Arfedoter is it deals with back row by virtue of existing, you know.
Yeah.
You either do something or you just lose back row. So like, I would dealt with more traps just by having Arf on field and actually activating it, which is kind of fun. So like, if you want to prevent it, you have to first... Wait, what? Sir?
What?
That's not how you do turn 1 Noble Knight combo.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know what was the thought process behind this.
One of his sets has to be the quick play.
What, so you want like a Driston or something later with this trap, or I don't know what you're doing.
He's gonna summon, like, it has to be which he can't do now. It would have been summon Driston off the trap and then quick play equip for a pop.
Yeah. Well, can you quick play equip for a pop? Because you have 3 back row.
Yeah, I assume one of those traps, one of those
Karma
cards
Cut,
is
maybe?
Noble Knight trap,
Maybe.
which is live always.
Oh yeah, right. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, this would be like setting up a quick play.
Okay.
Okay, this wasn't the quick play. I don't know anymore.
Trap.
I'm a
There's
bit
Driston.
perplexed by these choices, but
But the quick play doesn't matter because you have to equip a you have to blow up a face up card, not a face down card. Granted, you
Yep,
get the card
so
you
it's
equip
cool.
back. If you did that,
I have so many questions right now.
technically now he can't
that's right.
prevent.
No, that's true.
He can't prevent Arfedoter from going on without going. He would have to use 3 cards. 1 to deal with Rista, 1 to deal with Boris, and then 1 to deal with Medrot when the card pops on him. So it's not the worst thing ever, but I don't know why he didn't
This
just go for rank 5 pass. That would have been such strong board state.
I can see it, seeing that he had both Kanadia and Raigeki break. Like, he was comfortable with his back row and wanted to get the Boar's Surge. That's what it seems like.
But why not, for example, he could have popped his Arfedoter with Tristan. So he's just not gonna care about the background, just wing it.
Unless
That's
those are
interesting.
both Karma Cuts, he just has lethal here. He has a live trap and a live Merlin.
Well, that's one way to play around back row. Takes 1. Takes 2. Come on, you have to have something, right? Okay. Okay, he can search for Temperance if he plays it now.
Why are we chaining Merlin here?
To play around Floodgate.
I guess, but then you miss timing on getting back one of your equips. and I've never seen Floodgate in fucking this deck in my life.
Oh, if he really wants to play around Floodgate, he would have summoned off of the trap right here, right now.
He can still summon, yeah. Yeah, he's playing around Floodgate. Which he's not.
No Temperance, no points. Well, it's not... I wouldn't call these misplaced. Those are just
Let's see if I'm playing
unusual.
around head judging.
True. But yeah, I wouldn't call these misplaced. These are just unorthodox plays. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was playing around head judging. I could see that at least.
It makes sense. He read the lines correct.
The Desperado player definitely misplayed there, because on the very first attack of of one of the two level 5s is when he needed to Karma Cut. Because that forces the Merlin early.
I mean, he didn't have
Gives him
anything
better
good
odds of
up there.
living. But I mean, it also depends what his other stat was.
I guess, like, it's also interesting to see that even though Noble Knights are considered kinda helmet when they go first, that you still have alternative plays that are just as good, even if not the better. Like, using Dristan for protection from targeting here is really what made the deck shine, because he could have done essentially anything he wanted because he didn't have to fear Karma Cut, since he had Dristan Field to protect his other two boys. Thank you for the sub, Herf. Always nice to see you here.
PP huge if you sub to DLTW.
He says, PP huge if you sub to Duel Links Team Wars. Big if true. But yeah. Now, I wonder if we're gonna see Witchcrafters from Neg, considering that it's his signature deck right now. Although I could understand not bringing it now because it's kinda awkward met to be in. I wonder if they're probably discussing about repeating this deck. Otherwise it seems like a rather easy choice. Zarex leaked the new emotes one time. Let's go. Actually, no, I just realized something. If Nega goes 0-2, it's because you cursed him by calling him -2. Oh no, man.
Is Nova muted or something? Because I can't hear him.
Yeah, my mic wasn't working. You're right though.
Oh.
I wasn't saying all
Have
that
you been
much
talking
anyway.
this whole time?
Here and there.
Oops.
No worries, it's fine. My mic sometimes doesn't turn back on. I don't realize it. No worries. So we keep going things. But yeah, I probably did curse him with that. So rip. I'm not sorry.
Well, we have a repeat.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Yep, they confirmed it.
Yeah, I thought you guys could hear me because I was talking about the possibility of a repeat. And does Metal happen to be responding to it?
Damn, all planned. Let's go.
Yeah. Although, I do believe no. The stream might have been able to hear us. I don't know. No, they probably couldn't.
I have the stream open and I couldn't hear it.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Okay. He used one of his heads to go first.
And you
then...
use the other two.
Okay. If you don't win with these 6 cards, I don't know what to tell you. Going first against Noble Knights is the best counter. Admittedly, he could have drawn all monsters, which would kinda make for an awkward board state, but like, if you draw all monsters, that means you have quarantine as well, right? Like, do you play 6 non-quarantine monsters in Desperado nowadays?
Yes.
Like, triple Despa, Misjudge,
And 2, Fortress.
I don't know, do you run Fortress if you run Quarantine?
Yeah, you do.
I've seen some people not, so...
We saw it today, though.
All the lists I've seen still run 2 Fortress.
Machine.
You say that word correctly, or we're gonna have some problems here, Metal.
Just call it Fortress.
It's Machina.
But calling it Fortress is not triggering enough, you know?
DK needs to be, like, beat with a stick to fucking actually say that word right.
Is it like cositis or whatever?
Yeah.
That's another beast. Okay, but why... There is a lot of thinking going on with these 6
And then
here.
there's like, what, Tamios?
So he values the Machina more than
What?
Quarantine.
What?
I don't know how I feel about that.
That can't be the right play.
One sec.
Yes, you can even, like, you can clip me saying that DK needs to be beat with a stick for his pronunciation. And you can send it to him.
I'll be
Go
back
for
in a
it.
minute and figure out what that noise is.
Okay. If he doesn't interrupt this here, right now.
Oh, one of his back row has to be a body force. That must be why he discarded it. Oh, I'm sure he's doing it on purpose. That doesn't mean he doesn't deserve the stick, Xerix.
So I think this was wrong play overall. Because if he had a Merlin, then you want Quarantine first, and then you can body force your Fortress from hand.
Well, no, because the moment they summon Merlin, you can just bring out the Quarantine and go, surprise!
No, I guess with these cards it didn't really matter.
I have not seen Fiendish in a Desperado deck in a long time.
So I guess with these cards it literally didn't matter what he does. So I don't know why it took so long to do the turn 1 play where he pretty much cut out all his plays.
Yeah, my alarm's
I don't know, it's Duel Links players, they take forever to think.
Yeah.
Okay, brah. Okay, double Quarantine. Okay, brah.
Yeah.
I think 2 Quarantines are more virulent than Corona itself. Just saying.
Well, 3 quarantines.
Well then. Well, ain't this a tough spot to be in, huh? Though I think we might see increase in people playing Black Console if this trend keeps up, because you can actually summon it from the deck.
Part of the reason why I'm still running it.
Well, is this just gonna be over then?
It might be.
You can't really summon anything from the deck with trap,
No.
even if you had it in the grave. Like... Also, we know that he doesn't have body forces, otherwise he would just... Actually, he might not win. Like,
There's a beat stick.
Oh, let's go. But does he have a quit? Oh, he does.
If you have trap in the graveyard, doesn't that mean he could actually get into a rank
No,
4
he
right
doesn't.
No, fortunately not.
But even if he did, he wouldn't be in it. But he can draw now.
Yeah. You definitely take the draw here over the damage.
That's true.
And then he heals more. Unless he's scared of head charging. But like, you have
need
to
the
take...
resources here. You can't play around the head judging.
You should get your Canadia.
And there we have it. Oh no.
Okay, super good. Okay, it's always spreads.
You hate
Apparently
to
not.
see it.
Rip.
Oh no, man. Oh no.
Don't listen to me there with
Man.
coin flip advice.
I was about to say I disagree with the Fiend, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Gotta love games being decided by a 50-50.
Yeah. Granted, that was anyway.
I guess this guy didn't hear us say tails never fails.
No.
Feels bad, man.
I'm not coming back in. And just the scores yet. No, whatever. But as they're doing that.
So, is this the final game?
Maybe. We said 2 wins.
This could be Thunder Dragons. Match point for Cloudy Cannon's division.
Right.
Oh, 22 cards, you save. You know what that means. TD power. He does go second, so let's see how much of a god hand can Meg have this time.
Only the best god hands here.
I mean, can it be better than double cup phase?
Well, that's not a god hand.
Okay.
Unless you're just searching to then use the cup face now.
Well, got to love a soft skill drain. Or wait, this is even worse.
Oh.
Oh, that's great, actually. No, he just has 25% to lose.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense, yeah. Makes sense. Double charge, let's go, maybe. It's a mandatory effect.
Even if he negates this, if there's a 11-ear in hand, then this could just be game.
That's Raiden over the... Actually, I don't know if he plays...
Lila.
Not a lot
yeah.
of people play Lila.
We've seen it today, but it's more of a Sappy deck choice. Also, he could have actually... Lupine banishes as a cost, so even if he didn't have a charge, he was somewhat okay.
Oh, he was okay no matter what because he didn't go for the Raiden play anyway.
I mean, if he didn't have anything to bait out the negate.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
Obviously, it would be less powerful than banishing 2, but still, he had options, which not a lot of decks can say nowadays. Okay.
That's true.
adds Dragon Hawk, and he's gonna summon potentially another Roar. Yep, Roar into Roar, and now he can go level 2. You kind of have to tiptoe around Fortress, because if you try to beat over it, you get pop, and if you try to shuffle it back, you get -1 card in hand.
I think they're just going to take the -1 card in hand.
Oh, he's actually going to add the Milt Legionnaire.
Actually, yeah, that's the smart play. Never mind me.
So, we can safely say that that's not.
I forget that actually lets you add back from the graveyard.
We can safely assume that that set card is not Fiend Comedian. So let's see if he goes through or not. Because this would be a game right here, right now. Well, depends on the rest of his hand, but, you know, summons it into defense. Now, that's not something you always see. But
he's probably going to get it off the board in a second anyway, so he's just...
And if he was saving the... If he was saving the head judging for Legionnaire, now he can beat over it. Okay. I don't think that was them. Because now you don't pop back row, so he won't get another super bad team for. And we know he doesn't play the...
I mean, this could be the difference between winning and losing,
Oh, that's
though.
machine, okay.
Ptolemy M7.
I know, that was a machine monster.
Yep. You know when you get cocked by it once.
Okay, fair enough.
Ptolemy, when you try to pronounce it, sounds like you're spitting.
Another person running Samurai. Like,
yeah.
That's so weird to me.
Okay. But can you come back from this? You also have to deal with... Oh no. Oh no. Okay, go next.
Yep. You can fold now, it's fine.
Twice we've seen Tails on a 50-50 cup of ace today.
Yeah.
Oh, is it going to be honorable Stoku? He does have to miss for it though. Yep, he misses. But hey, props to Meg for not scooping.
Yeah.
Even though it would be kind of funny if he kept winning the coin toss, if he tried to beat over it, but like, we don't live in a funny world.
And Neck is out.
So this is becoming more and more interesting.
Down to Hisoka and Berza.
The counter to Thunder Dragon is Necro Valley, but there were games where Cookie would have just won if they had it, but they didn't send Cookie. So I'm assuming they don't run any Necro Valley decks per se. So Perozo can
also
just
depends if this TD list is running Lila or not, which we haven't seen if it is or isn't. The earlier one was, which would lead me to believe that this one probably is as well, which means they do have a main deck Necro Valley out.
I mean, a lot of them do, as Adrios the rank 5, which you can make relatively easy with Alu and just pop. So like, Perozo can just win it because of how crazy Thunder Dragon can pop off no matter what they're facing. Like, they're one of the few decks that can beat Noble Knights going cycle.
Because Thunder Dragon just has, like, plays upon plays upon plays.
Yeah, I think that's the deck with highest ceiling in the game right now. Which doesn't say too much about it, since a lot of good decks got neutered, but We'll see.
I mean,
They may
imagine
end up-
if they unneutered Thunder Dragon its ceiling them, though.
Who knows? Maybe there would be. I think Witchcrafter would actually be better with unlimited Lightsworn stuff than Thunder Dragon itself.
Well, I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking just unlimit Gold Sark. Like, just make it so it's not the same limit as the Lightsworn one.
Oh, then we can play Shiranui again. Let's go. But yeah, I see it. Is this
Like-
balance? Yep, it is balance. 21 balance.
Yep.
Is this
It could be Goki.
Pyramid?
Could be.
Pyramid's usually 22, isn't it?
What?
No, they go up to 24.
Oh, it's Goki. What do you know?
Yeah, it is Goki.
They did end
Oh,
up
look,
did
there's
I
say-
one.
wonder why they didn't send Gokis into Noble Knights before. Like, they repeated.
Yeah.
They
I mean, I
repeated
mentioned
the-
Goki forever ago, and you were like, I don't expect to see it, but here it is. And it's probably about to win for them.
Oh,
Maybe.
Maybe
why
not.
would you set that card?
Nicorelli
Okay.
Hooper.
Well, this is an auto-necro. You summon level 5 and you get Walk to hand, so you summon, banish to level 5, and that's rank 5 out to necro. Of course, if he lets it happen. That could very well be Book of Moon or
That might be a
Canadian
big if,
or
yeah.
Intelligence.
I'm wondering what this set is.
I would assume it's Ballista.
Never
Because-
seen. No. I mean for the TD player. Like, yeah, for Goki, it like Ballista's a good guess, but I'm talking like TD side.
He's taking a lot of think. Well, there is only one actual answer
I mean,
to this.
it could be on the Goki player side.
Could be.
No, it's. You can see the chain on the pot. It's resolving,
Oh, okay.
so it was him thinking.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's a he plays OG Thunder Dragon in 22.
Apparently.
A
That's
lot
hell.
of people play it because it helps you fill the graveyard with lights.
Now, I've been playing it for a bit, and a lot of people have dropped for spheres, but I guess he doesn't run spheres then. And there's that others play we talked about. And now is this gonna get stopped?
Yep.
Yup. Okay. Then he goes. And now you don't have out Necro anymore. Congrats.
You might still have Lila.
I mean this turn.
Yeah.
Did he
It's a
search
bit
out
tough
the level
for-
4 or the level 3? Level 3 suggests you might have level 4 in hand already. Oh, level 4 might just have
Now
level 3
the
in
thing
hand.
about Roar is that if you have a way to get rid of Roar, you just summon Hawk into defense. And you can get rid of it because you had to use Cobra, Twist Cobra to beat over 1.
I'm still trying to figure out what the set is on the TD player side.
You might find out soon enough. Oh, there's level 3, okay. Where it turns out he
Yeah,
had level
like-
3.
He can't really out his board like this.
That's true, he can only run over 1 really. No, I can run over both, because you tribute level 4 off.
Yeah, I would assume it was charge. So they're gonna use charge on following turn to get Lila if they play it. Or if they don't play Lila, then you could summon the You could summon Raiden for the... Actually, Vermilion isn't even an out if you don't have another Raiden in hand. And a whack. Necroval is putting such a strong hold onto him. Yep, it was charge.
He has Lilo. No. It's already in hand.
Looks like they just don't run it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Going to battle, okay.
So that's a smart attack order because it means you can't get another Cobra. But I don't think it really matters because he has no out.
I mean, you just sacrifice the 4 and boost the 3, and then neither of them can beat over it.
I mean, yeah, like this attack's a bit pointless.
And then you search a 5 off that.
But then you still can't get over it, so he's trying to outgrind the Cookie monster. So he's probably gonna get, yeah, this
There's
Scorpion.
a lot of damage here, though.
No.
I guess it's spear or bust at this point, maybe?
Like, even Sphere is not gonna do much for you, because...
You're looking at 22, you're down to 100, aren't you?
I don't think you attack here as the Goki player.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because you clear one, but then you give the opponent a
Like,
travel
you're in the advantage as the Goki player here. Like, they're decking out first.
They're selling from deck if you do that.
Yeah, like, they're decking out first in addition to them decking out first. Like...
Nice going in, maybe.
You've also got your Necro Valley up and the back row. Like, unless that back row's dead...
You could swing into it to deny Cosmic, if you suspect they're playing it. Which I think he's gonna do.
Yep, I guess they suspect Cosmic.
No, he can't take.
Oh,
That
never
also
mind.
works.
Just,
Choose the play.
just game.
Nah,
And a surge,
they
'cause
just
why
got
not?
nay-nayed. Oh no.
In before double spear. No, you
Nah,
can't,
I
you can't
think
double
he
spear. It
played
doesn't matter because
well.
replay.
Yeah, you can't sphere there if you do it correctly.
Rip. Oh, GG's. I do believe that is a match point.
And
Game over,
that's
I mean.
match for
Match.
that's match for Cloudy Canvas. I guess there was not a lot of sun for this division.
No. I
Wow.
got blocked out by the clouds.
No, it was rather close, and props to both teams. Like, we saw some progress plays, and we saw some Pooger plays. But it is what.
Do we want to see if anyone wants to interview?
Sure, I can just ask. Let's see. Let's see if anyone's up for it. I forget how to pull them up here. Yeah, let me come down here. Nick, it doesn't matters. No, Neg one can join actually as a commentator. If he wants to.
We can't actually. It's gonna have to be Zarex that pulls them up.
Oh, does it? But he has a role, he could join the booth. If that's what he's being.
Yo.
It looks like Neg is the one doing it since he was joined on his own.
Hello.
Hearing me?
Yeah,
Yep, we can hear you, Neg.
That's good.
So how are you feeling about your win?
Positive, I guess, overall.
Fair enough.
It
Okay,
sounds
I
like
have to
there's...
ask. I
I don't have a very high opinion of the meta right now, so I don't like draw a lot of inference from it.
You know, that was actually a topic I brought up earlier in the match while we were waiting for some games. Is like, how would you even fix this meta? Because it just seems like a case of the game speeding up. And
I think the issue is, okay, there's two issues. One, it's Karma Cut, and then two, I think, Noble Knights. And those two are really pushing the game to like go first or lose. And if you like remove those two out of the equation, like there will still be the element of one side of the coin flip is favored, but it's not as like go first or you just straight up die.
so,
You know?
with Karma Cut, I'm guessing you just think slap a limit 2 on it and then start limiting to more decks type of thing? Or
That's one way to do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I have a good idea of like what would be the most balanced approach to it, but
well, I mean, the approaches for it are ban it, which I don't think they'll do, limit 2 it, which they might do, or limit 3 it, which they might do. Like those are kind of the options.
What was the topic again?
Karma Cut.
I'm just like saying what I think like is causing the meta to be go first focused, and I think Karma Cut is a big proponent.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think if you just limit to it, then you just remove it from, like if you limit to it and then put something in Noble Knights at 2, then you remove it from Noble Knights, you remove it from Desperado, and you remove it from most of the back row decks. You can let Blue Eyes keep it, but Konami likes anime, so Blue Eyes gets a...
Well, I mean, for Noble Knights, I feel like we discussed this a little bit as well. Like, the logical hits I see are either you put the trap itself to 2, which, I mean, some people are already running at 2, but it does, like, a lot of people are still running it at 3 just for consistency. Or, Metal's suggestion was hitting Gwynnifer and Boars to 2.
Yeah, you could do something like that. I don't think you can hit one card because, like, the whole deck is just a bunch of engine cards.
Yeah, it's not even using the other two limited 3 cards.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to hit like 2 cards or maybe more, you know. Like they're gonna have to do some Dark Lord treatment to it, and then it's still gonna be like a top tier deck.
I mean, Boars is one of the obvious hits. It's just like, what do you hit alongside Boars?
Boars
do you hit the
trap,
Gwynnifer?
I would say. Because the Gwynnifer is like, it's kind of, that would be a Konami hit just to hit the Gwynnifer, because it's like they only run one, and it's like not Gwynnifer is stealing games. Really, that's the problem card. But
Gwynnifer to 2, so we can restrict that players not using Hatronate in the deck anymore.
I mean, I feel like if you hit Boars in the trap to 2, I think that actually might kill the deck, though. That might be overkill at this stage.
Why though? Like, it still has Merlin, it still has Nabrad.
The strength of the deck right now is its grind game. By hitting both those, it, like, only having one trap and one Boars makes it so you have no grind game.
Oh, you're talking about if it hits a trap and Boars or Gwen and Boars?
No, until Noble Arms are needed once again and Boars, which was one of the things that Neg said. If you hit both those to 2, that might just kill the deck right now.
I think if at some point you will be forced to run only one trap, it's already so bad. Like, it's gonna be really bad, just because the reason for playing at least 2, you want to hit 1 in the grave guaranteed with Boars. You want to play like 33% chance. And with 1, you will be forced to do so.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like Boars plus something could be an option. Like, I could see like Boars plus the quick play maybe.
Glory?
They just run more equips, so they don't care. That
Glory gonna be like the
most
useless equip.
You don't even hit any of the equips because they just run more of the other ones. It's
that's fair.
You put ARF to 1, they just run 1 ARF and then more of the other equips like Destiny, and so it's like you can't hit the spells. It's really hard to hit the monsters other than Boars.
I guess the hits that like make sense for like weakening the deck but not killing it would be Boars, Karma Cut, and then maybe Gwen.
Yeah.
They can do like all the 3 together, so we can only play 1 Karma, 1 Boars, and 1 Gwynnifer.
No,
so we're not playing Karma anymore.
Yeah.
realistically, if they did those to 3, then you're just not playing Karma. You're playing
Of
2
course.
boars and 1
Well,
blind.
the issue is that if you put Karma to 3, that doesn't really stop any of the other decks from using it. Like Blue Eyes still uses it. Desperado still uses it. Like putting it to 3 has to like work in conjunction with other cards that the meta is seeing a
They
lot
could
of use
also
to.
put other cards to 3 as well, though. Like they could put like Super Team to 3, just for an example, or they could put Desperado to 3, just to take it away from it.
3 maybe, yeah.
Like, I mean, if you put Karma Cut to 3,
Yeah.
you obviously hit the other decks. Like, I think they would leave it alone in Blue Eyes. In Invoked Neos, they already have Alistair to 3. Like, I don't think we'd see a limit 3 to Blue Eyes, but I do think we'd see a limit 3 to Desperado.
I think whatever takes the least work is what Konami's gonna do. So they're gonna put it to 2.
I hope we're gonna see a couple face band. This card is
I
still
mean,
like, I don't know.
If they, yeah, it's I don't know.
More people are calling for head judging than Cup of Ace, to be honest.
I mean, it's both. It's just more chance mechanics.
Yeah.
I think.
I
Or
mean-
you just predict what head judging gonna coins.
I feel like a lot of people calling for the head judging hit, though, is just people being sheep for Decade, because he's the one who wants it hit.
Oh, how surprising.
He does.
Apparently,
Talks about it all the time.
I'll be honest, I haven't been paying attention.
Neither have I. I believe we're good for a raid now. If Xerx wants to get
by
that
the
for
way. I do have a quick question.
okay.
Meg, was your second deck Witchcrafter or no?
No, it was Noble Knights. It was the most vanilla pairing possible because, like, I'll be honest, I have a very low opinion of the meta right now, so I don't know.
That's
It's
fair.
been
we're-
hard
we're
to-
kind of same spot.
Props to
Playing
Nav
yourself
for
to even
building
play.
our roster, by the way.
Yeah.
Who, what was the pair in the lead, by the way? Because I was kind of shocked to see the repeat on the Despa that early in. Or was it
You
the
mean
other
No,
team?
that was the
my
other
player?
team.
Yeah, that
so-
was the other team. That was the other team. My
Yeah.
bad. I'm confusing the
So you
teams.
can add meds later. Ask meds later. For that.
Yeah, I have to ask Meds on that
Yeah,
one.
no worries.
Yeah, they used 2 repeats on me. Or
I think it was you.
don't
Okay,
I think they did.
They only used 1 repeat.
Oh
Or
yeah,
they only
Menziar
did
decided
it.
to keep on Blue Eyes and lost the coin flip.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And he kind of bricked as well because he just said Karma Pass.
Well, I think we're good for the raid. I see some people are losing interest. So where do you want to do that, Xerx? Is it?
Alright.
Time
There
to.
we go.
I
Parting
think
words.
it's popular.
GG's to the other team.
Yeah,
that's
it was
good
fun.
war.
It was. I'm not gonna say there was any outplaying because meta
I'm-
is.
Yeah,
it is
I mean,
what it is.
It was
you know
more
how-
That's what I
misplays than
mentioned.
outplays.
That's what I mentioned early on. Like in the stream, was this meta right now feels very much like your opening hand decides everything. Either you can play through what they have or you can't, and then it's just you watch yourself lose.
I suppose this is where I end
more or
the stream
less.
now.
But yeah.
So I will stop streaming and right now.